This evening, Archaeology Career Fair wows local youth. Gaisuco unveils its turnaround plan for the sugar industry. Guyana and Brazil, partners in regional development. In the region, in St. Lucia, Rastafarians talk reparations. And internationally, it's official, Donald Trump is currently under investigation.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Ramville Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Join us. As of last night, Guyana has come one step closer to becoming a world-class oil-producing nation. Last night, Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman announced that his ministry has approved ExxonMobil's Liza Phase 1 development plan and issued a production license for the Liza field. Production is expected to begin in 2020. Following the approval of the production license and environmental permit, it is expected that ExxonMobil and co-ventures Nexen and Hess will make a final investment decision on the Liza Phase 1 development. In a separate process, the Guyana Environmental Protection Agency issued the Liza Field environmental permit on June 1. The environmental permit issues that the environment is protected through the life cycle of the project. The Liza Phase 1 development plan includes completion of a floating production, storage, and offloading FPSO vessel designed to produce up to 120,000 barrels of oil per day. Ministry of Education hosts its first Archaeology Career Fair. Esther Sobers was there and filed this report.
Exploring depths of places and things unknown is the theme for Archaeological Career Fair held at the Guyana. This inaugural event seeks to edify students about careers opportunity in Guyana. Louisa Daggers, coordinator of the Armenian Research Unit, discoursed to the multitude of students about the history of archaeology, future careers in the field, and the benefits of it for the country. Ryan Henry, a student of the Junior Archaeology program, recited a poem, also a dance done by the National School of Dance for the opening ceremony.
And they were all broken and mixed up together. So what they're doing now, they have to sort through it and figure out who belongs to what. Because initially they had no idea it was 3 parts until they started fitting pieces together.
Booths representing several ministries and the government-level agency engaged the many young minds in attendance. This includes the Environmental Protection Agency, whose booths share various brochures with information about the agency.
What we picked up on is that a lot of students have ambitions of becoming engineers and doctors and architects and so on. But I think an important thing is that we were able to say that yes, you have those ambitions, but it's also important to know about protected areas, to know why it's important, and to have an idea of what's going on, because it's all connected and it's all interrelated. So yes, you want to be an architect, but you should also know what your country is doing.
So students excitingly shared their experience at the fair with Channel 2. They all found the fair to be very informative.
The Amerindians would showcase their culture by rock paintings and like Tamiri rock paintings and other stuff. There are also a lot of old history here that is displayed, and it's quite interesting to look about.
Everything interesting. I would like to share it with my friends, and so they can learn about what I've learned. And
for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. 69 years ago, Lalabaji, Puran, Harry, Serge Bali, and Rambaran were viciously gunned down by colonial police at the Enmore sugar estate. Today, they were remembered in the annual Enmore's Martyr Day ceremony. Senior reporter Wendell Jeffrey files this report.
Minister of Social Protection Amna Ali, reflecting on the lives and struggles for which the 5 sugar workers were killed, emphasized the need for Guyana to remain united.
Nation building requires cohesion. hard work, honesty, and self-sacrifice. And these were some of the qualities that our martyrs displayed during their struggle. The government of Guyana is cognizant of the invaluable contributions of the sugar industry to the economy over the years.
Mr. Romel Putlalal, representing the Guyana Agriculture Workers Union, took the time to vent his concerns.
The government and Gaisuku plans, in our views, promise to be hazardous to the workers, and we of GAU repeat that we should not go ahead with the anti-workers design. More so, since no reasonable alternatives are forthcoming. The cutting down of the industry through estate closures and sellout is not the direction that our country should be pursuing. This is a path that will lead to greater hardship for our people and country. It is clear that this path will put thousands of workers on the breadline.
The subject minister said that the Enmore Martyrs ceremony was started by the late Fobbs Bornum, who recognized the unjustified killings of the protesters. She said that after 69 years, Guyana stands united in honoring their memories.
We stand united as a nation to pay homage to the martyrs who suffered and died for the freedom, welfare, and progress of this country.
The gravesite ceremony, which was solemnized by the laying of wreaths by family members, union delegates, and other officials, went smoothly. Organizing Secretary of the Guyana Trades Union Congress, Mr. Leslie Gonzalez, said that what happened to those workers on June 17, 1948 must never again happen in Guyana.
That state guns must never again be turned on workers in their legitimate exercise of their right to assemble and protest any issue impacting their lives. Those public sector workers shot by the state police on 19 May 1999 at the John Finance Wharf were exercising their legitimate rights like their fellow workers of 1948. Thankfully, none died, but many were injured and still carry the scars on and pellet within their bodies.
George, at the ceremony which took place at the Lerpentier Cemetery, prayers were offered by a selection of religious leaders.
I pray that God granted the soul of these 5 martyrs and all those who are lying in this cemetery final beatitude at His name.
We pause to reflect on the lives and the struggles for which they died. Father, humanity is flawed, and it's in our flawed state we sometimes use violence to quell peaceful protests, and we use brutality to hush dissenting voices.
As we commemorate another anniversary of our fallen heroes, we pray that their dedication to the cause of the struggle of the Guyanese people against bondage and the exploitation would not be forgotten. As we pay tribute to them, we thank them for laying the foundation of a great nation and establishing a hopeful vision of liberty and equality.
The ceremony ended with the singing of the labor union's national song.
Then chorus song rally, and the last fight let us face. The international unites the human race.
Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Coming up on Headline News after the break. Brazil and Guyana increase transnational cooperation, and Gaisuco unveils its turnaround plan.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
It's always fresh, tasty, enticing, and the best in town. Served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from. Also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The new thriving Chinese restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
Okay, kids, you know why we're here?
Yes! We're here to buy a gift for Father's Day.
Yes, we are. Let's go do that. Clearance has the best Father's Day sale on Saturday, June 17th. Get 20 to 50% off selected designer brands of jeans, jerseys, shirts, sneakers, shoes, and suits.
Mom, let's get a cologne for Dad.
Sure, no problem. Choose from a variety of colognes, belts, wallets, and much, much more.
I think Dad's gonna like what we got him. Yes, me too.
Alright, good. Well, let's go. Whether you're taking Dad out to dinner, church, or any other special occasion for Father's Day, choose Clearance. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Here's what's happening on Waterloo Street at John Lewis Styles during the month of June. Shop for Father's Day and you could win an all-inclusive trip for two to Arrow Point Nature Resort. Buy any men's suit and get a free tie, or buy any men's pair of shoes and get a free pair of socks. Traveling this summer? Buy any luggage set and get a free travel pouch. Visit us on Waterloo Street for more choices and better prices. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook, Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
During last evening's sitting of the National Assembly, several topics were discussed: the Tobacco Control Bill, Commercial Deeds and Registry, and the Cybercrime Bill, amongst others. But it was Opposition Leader Bharat Jagdeo's negative opinion of the government's Petroleum Commission Bill that elicited this fiery response from Minister of Natural Resources, Raphael Trotman.
How could you, Mr. Speaker, come here and try to lecture us after you've left that behemoth that has failed in Skelter? 200 have the temerity to turn up here and give us $280 million that can't produce 1 kilowatt of power, and then you want to come here and lecture as if you were the world's greatest economist? How dare you come here to lecture us? Mr. Speaker, this honourable member is nothing but a doctor of doom, because if the people of Ghana were to hear him, they would know that he has nothing good to offer. The Skeldon is down because of him. The Boris River Bridge, we are barely holding it up because of him. Every sector that you touch is down because of you. The National Insurance Scheme, the Marriott Hotel. Mr. Speaker, under his government, just 7 years ago, we had become a pariah state, awash with drug money and corruption. There are people in this house who couldn't travel abroad. People in this house who couldn't travel abroad. And Mr. Speaker, now we're being told and lectured to. Who are the pharaohs who just showed up and tried to tell us how to run a country? No. Mr. Speaker, the opposition leader has to remember he is in the opposition, has to remain in the opposition. Don't come and lecture us about good governance. We will not be lectured by the leader of the opposition on good governance. Anybody else. I will take a lecture from Mr. Shearer. I'll take a lecture from Mr. Odinga Lumumba, but we will not take a lecture from you. Never.
This year was and will continue to be a year of much transnational cooperation between Guyana and Brazil. This, according to the ambassador of Brazil to Guyana, Lenu Pupo de Paula. I sat down with him as he shared some of the projects in the works.
You know, since January, the relationship between the two countries is in another level.
There are several cooperative efforts of much importance to the governments of Brazil and Guyana. Ambassador of Brazil to Guyana, Lenu Pupo de Paula, explains that throughout this year, the governments have been engaged in several talks of issues of mutual concern.
Last week, you have a technical cooperation meeting here in Georgetown. We have a border meeting in Latin with more than 8 people, was 80 people. It was a lot of people from both sides, and we will have another meeting in 2 weeks about commerce between CARICOM, Guyana, and Brazil.
Guyana's infrastructural development is also of much importance to Brazil, more specifically the Linden-Lethem Road. It is high on the list of projects. Ambassador de Paula explains that the road is of interest to the Brazilian commercial sector because for many, Georgetown is the closest port to the sea.
The idea is to pave the roads in order to help the trade, the commerce between the two countries. And this is very important for the Brazilian farmers in Roraima too, to use the road, to use the port to export.
De Paula made it a point to also dispel a particular misconception of another cooperative project. Earlier this year, several news entities erroneously reported of the Brazilian military's intention to dig for oil in the Rupununi Savannah. They are actually digging for another precious resource: water.
To start digging the wells in September after the rainy season. And, well, the idea is or 8 wells in Amerindian communities close to the border. So it is another cooperation between Brazil and Guyana.
Due to El Nino, water is scarce in the Rupununi Savanna. As such, the Brazilian military is assisting villages in the region to access potable water. Sugar is one of the most politically charged and nationally divisive subjects in Guyana. However, the current administration is working to consolidate the industry and maximize profits. Media personnel were taken on an expansive tour of the Iflut estate to see what Gaisuco is doing to aid the turnaround. Senior reporter Wendell Jeffrey went along for the ride.
The Guyana Sugar Corporation is working to become solvent in the next 3 years, and they invited the national press to their flagship factory at Iflut on the west coast of Demerara to show us firsthand how they will accomplish the feat. Currently, the Iflut factory produces 25,000 tons of sugar a year, with an estimated 40,000 tons within the next 3 years. Just a year and a half ago, they were producing under 15,000 tons. When asked if the massive turnaround is as a result of better management, access to more funding, or less political involvement, Senior Communications Officer Adriana Thomas said this.
I would like to say it's a combination of all. And is there any other question? If there are no other questions, then let's get into the cultivations and see what is happening.
Reporters then donned long boots and were taken for a 2-hour tour of the estate. Iflut's entire management team, which included Managing Director Yadish Mana and Senior Communications Officer Adriana Thomas, accompanied us. Contrasting the past and present performances of the estate, Thomas said,
it means that the estates were performing below their capacity. So this is where they're improving the capacity of the estate so that it can maximize its efficiency and productivity.
George, the government continues to subsidize Gaisuco at an average of $10 billion annually, and the Senior Communication Officer explains why.
Required. Our production cost is high. It's about 42 cents.
It's about 42 cents on average.
We're producing, and we're selling 21 cents, sometimes 19 cents per pound this is.
Yeah.
And so therefore we have to find a way, and part of this is exploring the possibilities of reducing our production costs.
Gaisuco has begun expanding their partnership with independent sugar farmers. One such sugar farmer is Primraj Ramraj. When asked about the turnaround in the sugar industry, Mr. Ramraj said this.
Well, I think the year before the prices were 59,000. This past year we got 72, so there have been an increase.
From the looks of things, in the fields of Iflut Estate, there might be some hope yet for sugar in Guyana. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Don't go away. Still ahead, we have our regional and international news.
Sometimes there's just too much information to keep up with when you're pregnant. What you should and should not eat, what kind of exercise is right for you, how to handle mood changes, even how to determine when it's time for delivery.
Don't let your pregnancy be a burden. Watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2 every weekday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Now you can know all you need to know from conception to delivery when you watch The Baby Story on Safe TV Channel 2.
Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225 5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Okay, kids, you know why we're here.
Yes! We're here to buy a gift for Father's Day.
Yes, we are. Let's go do that. Clearance has the best Father's Day sale on Saturday, June 17th. Get 20 to 50% off selected designer brands of jeans, jerseys, shirts, sneakers, shoes, and suits.
Mom, let's get a cologne for Dad.
Sure, no problem. Choose from a variety of colognes, belts, wallets, and much, much more.
I think Dad's gonna like what we got him. Yes, me too.
All right, good. Well, let's go. Whether you're taking Dad out to dinner, church, or any other special occasion for Father's Day, choose Clearance. Clearance, always keeping you in style.
Here's what's happening on Waterloo Street at John Lewis Styles during the month of June. Shop for Father's Day and you could win an all-inclusive trip for two to Arrow Point Nature Resort. Buy any men's suit and get a free tie, or buy any men's pair of shoes and get a free pair of socks. Traveling this summer? Buy any luggage set and get a free travel pouch. Visit us on Waterloo Street for more choices and better prices. John Lewis Styles. Simply different.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
Now opened, the new thriving Chinese restaurant Providence location. Perfect for large events, exquisite menus featuring traditional Korean, Chinese and Western cuisine, elegant grand dining room and seats for over 500 persons. Also additional seating on the upper flat, luxurious VIP rooms and an elevator for your comfort. The new thriving Chinese restaurant second location above Massey Supermarket, Amazonian Mall, Providence. For reservation call 623-4097 or 657-9067.
In news from the region now, in Trinidad and Tobago, coastal erosion is a critical issue that the government of Trinidad and Tobago sees as a priority, according to Works Minister Rohan Sinian. Sinian made this statement after a tour of the Mayaro constituency on Thursday.
Coastal erosion is a critical issue that the government of Trinidad and Tobago sees as a priority. This from Minister of Works and Transport Rohan Sinian after a tour in the Mayaro constituency this morning. The early morning tour was geared towards the assessment of infrastructural as well as coastal rehabilitation works needed to address the critical needs of communities and residents in the area. Minister of Agriculture, Land and Fisheries Clarence Rambarat, along with MP for Mayaro Rushton Pare, as well as technical team from the Coastal Protection Unit of the Ministry of Works and Transport, examined areas in urgent need of repair and rehabilitation. Minister Sinian is pledging to allocate an additional team of persons to the Mayaro area to increase drainage work, as well as the implementation of key initiatives to combat further coastal erosion in Mayaro.
In St. Lucia, the Caribbean Rastafari organization has ended 3 days of discussion in St. Lucia with renewed commitment to supporting the reparations movement and participating in Rastafarian issues on the global stage.
The Reparation for Settlement in Africa project, better known as the ARSA project, which was tabled by the Rastafari Working Committee in Barbados, was presented to the other directors of CRO for further implementation. The ARSA project tends to facilitate reparations to facilitate the settlement of African descendants in Africa. Since you know that the number 2 item of the CARICOM Reparations Commission speaks about reparation, which speaks to the welcome return of African descendants to the African continent. So as a reason for that, the Rastafari community has prepared a repatriation project, which we term the ARSAP project, for Settlement in Africa project.
And internationally, in an ambiguous tweet, President Trump appeared to confirm that he is under investigation while calling the probe a witch hunt. CNN has that story.
President Trump on fire this morning, confirming in a statement on Twitter that he is under investigation while appearing to attack his Deputy Attorney General, Rod Rosenstein. Let me read you the president's statement. Here it is. I am being investigated for firing the FBI director by the man who told me to fire the FBI director. Witch hunt. That man that the president is alluding to, it seems, is tasked with overseeing the Justice Department investigation into Russian meddling because Attorney General Jeff Sessions recused himself, of course. And that investigation is now expanding. We have a lot to get to. So we've got CNN Justice correspondent Jessica Schneider. She is standing by. But first, let's get over to the White House. Athena Jones is there. Athena, what is going on here? What is this all about? What are you hearing from the White House?
Hi, Kate. Well, we have seen a series of tweets from the president this morning, starting just before 8 o'clock. He's sent out 4 tweets on this subject in the last hour or so. The White House isn't commenting on this specific tweet, not explaining exactly why the president, they say he does believe that he's under investigation, but they're not saying why. For instance, has he been directly informed that he is, or is he basing this on recent reports? They are referring all questions about the Russia-related matters to the president's outside legal team, as they've been doing now for several weeks. But my colleague Jeff Zeleny did speak with a White House official who says that this latest tweet storm is by design. This official says it's a sign the president is taking matters into his own hands. That's a quote. We've heard a lot's made of the president believing that he is his own best messenger. We've heard White House officials echo that statement or similar statements quite a bit in recent weeks. And we know from this official that the president has been advised of the legal ramifications of making these sorts of statements on Twitter. But the president feels this is a political fight and a fight that he's going to fight. They believe, the president and a few of his advisors believe that the political fight right now over this Russia investigation is more urgent than any potential legal ramifications down the road. So the president is feeling under siege, and he's doing what he has long done, including during his professional career, which is not shy away from a fight.
And now for the weather report. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Friday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook, YouTube, and SafeTVGuyana.com. You can also tune in Sunday morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Monday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out for this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed weekend.